I'm in a big empty lot here, and I needed this much room to show you what today's video is about. So if you'll remember, about a year ago, I said how to ruin your daily in one easy step, and that one step was welding your differential. So what I'm doing with this big lot here is I'm highlighting what the bad part of the welded diff is. You see how choppy this is? You hear how it's dragging that tire? This is what people complain about on the welded diff. What it does well though, it does that really well, you know? So I think it's a give and a take a little bit. The consistency that you get when you're sliding with a welded differential, in my opinion, is the best, because I've drifted with an LSD, I've drifted with an open differential. Obviously that's not the answer. With a welded diff, you really do get a consistency that is unmatched. It never changes. It's always the exact same feel. It gives you confidence to kind of like go into a corner like this. Wasn't the cleanest, but you get my point. It gives you the confidence to just jump into a corner and not really worry about it. Y'all don't roast my drifting. I know it wasn't good. But that right there is the two... I know they just heard what I did out there. But with that give and a take, you know, you give up some comfort and some drivability at low speeds, and you gain a consistency that is pretty much unmatched, in my opinion, when it comes to drifting the car. It feels so good to drift a welded differential. And I have drifted everything else too, so it's not coming from a perspective of I've not had the other experiences. I've had them all. And I really, really prefer this experience that I'm having with the welded diff. Man, my brakes are so bad. You know, in corners like that, you can just barely start to feel that tire catching and making your pathway a little bit jumpy. At full speed, you know, whenever you're really kind of going through corners, like we'll speed up for this one. The only looseness that you feel is when you break traction, right? It still feels very, very planted while you're driving normally. So it's not like it changes it completely whenever you're in like a road race mode, if you will, but it does change it substantially, especially from an open differential whenever you're trying to do donuts or you're drifting or doing whatever. Jesus, these roads out here are so bad, man. But yeah, it's one of those things that you just have to decide for yourself. Is it worth it? You know, do you want to give up this amount of drivability for the ability to have, you know, a better drift experience? Some people are curious about launches with this car. Just because it's a big single doesn't mean you can't go from a dig like that. Little third gear sliding right there. What are we doing in the middle of the road here? God damn, what the fuck is that, brother? A little wave like that's gonna fucking not hit me if you were to get in my lane. It's got the faintest little oil leak on the turbo still, and I just cannot get it to go away. It's not coming from my seal anymore. It's not coming from that because there's no oil on that. It's got to be coming from that drain tube, so I might be replacing the drain tube soon, but... So the big question of the day is it actually worth it to ruin your daily by welding the differential in it? I think it's a very subjective answer, and I think it's one that everybody has to kind of make individually, but I'm trying to give my perspective on what it is to daily drive a welded differential so that if you want to do it, you can understand what's going to come with it, both good and bad. So as we saw, it's very chirpy and chattery and kind of uneasy, almost broken sounding at low speeds in tight circles. but then it also does drift really, really well and offers a lot of consistency. That consistency bleeds into cornering consistency, but it does have a bigger tendency to step out just because it is locked in the rear. It does eat tires a lot quicker than a non-welded diff, obviously, because it's always chewing on one tire or the other as you're turning around. Whether it's slow speed, high speed, super sharp, not sharp, it's always chewing on one tire. And because of that, you're going to go through tires faster. I underestimated that a little bit whenever I did mine, because I'm getting like 3,000 to 5,000 miles out of a set of rear tires driving them on the street. Now I do street drift the car as well, so there is some aspect of that that is just tire wear from drifting, but I definitely feel that I am losing tire life because of the welded diff. Some things that people will warn you about with a welded differential is that you're going to go through axles faster, you're going to go, or more often I should say, you're going to go through U-joints more often, you're going to go through just differential components, anything that's involved with the drivetrain. Everyone online is going to warn you that you're going to go through those things at a more frequent rate, and that has not been my case. I can't say anything bad in that way, maintenance wise, in terms of the welded differential creating more maintenance for me. Now maybe long term that'll change, maybe we talk again, because this has been what, 2 years of me having a welded diff and daily driving the car pretty much every day. Maybe in the next 5 years I'll do another video and like, oh, I did go through a set of axles or something like that will happen. But as of right now, I really can't say anything bad about it in terms of breaking components. Welding your diff is the easiest way to kind of make your car a little bit race car-y, and it is one of the first things that I did on this car to step it away from a comfortable daily into more of a track car. So if you want to commit a vehicle, this is definitely a good path to take, because it does force that feeling of like, all right, this thing is very, very analog feeling. The way that you feel attached to the car because of the welded diff, it really does add to the experience at the track and off the track if you're going to do anything, shenanigan wise off the track. But there is a cost to doing the thing. So if you do desire comfort in your car, if you want to retain that factory level of like luxury comfort that these BMWs have, don't weld your diff. I would suggest getting an LSD. The M3 option is really good for these cars. I know you can get like a Ford 8.8 as well. I'm running the stock diff that's welded, and it's the stock 308 rear end. So, second gear is pretty tall, third gear is even taller. That's why drifting in third gear is so cool to me and such a big deal, because I've never been able to do it because it is a tall gear. But if you've got the money to go with an LSD, that is a more proper setup. But after drifting an LSD and a welded diff, I think that I prefer drifting the welded diff, but if I could go back and had money, I would probably do an LSD, because I do street the car still, and that LSD does make it pretty convenient in parking lots, and it feels smoother. You don't chew through tires. There's a number of things that are good with that, but you also get the benefit of having a rear end that does put power down to both sides. So it is the best of both worlds. But after driving the Corvette, and that has an LSD, and it's a good LSD, I prefer the welded diff still, because it's more analog. It feels more planted. It's more consistent. There's just no mystery. So I say all that to say, it is completely subjective whether it's a good idea or not to ruin your daily. I still think it was a good idea to ruin my daily, and I don't regret it at all. I've had to learn how to drive it a little bit differently, be a little bit more careful in the rain, things like that. But I think it was a good decision for me in my car. But it's a singular choice. So you need to sit down and decide what you want to get out of your vehicle. And then you have to decide if it's okay giving up these things over here to get this thing over here. And based on that, just take a leap and grab your welder. For me, the goods far outweigh the bads, and the bads just make it honestly just feel like a very analog, tactile race car. And so to me, that's not a big deal, because I do have other things that I can drive if I want that comfort. So I enjoy that it being kind of like my little streetable race car. Grab your welders, lock those rear ends, slide those shit boxes around, have a good time, and let me know in the comments if you have welded your diff, or if you're an LSD purist, or if you have an open diff and you're just clutch kicking all the time. Let me know what you have in your car and what your experience is, and maybe we can persuade you to do some bad things and make your daily a little bit less of a daily. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time.